Hello, welcome to the Price Academy, bite-sized history videos. This video is introducing Lady Jane Grey, or the 9 Days Queen. Lady Jane Grey was the great-granddaughter of Henry VII and the cousin of King Edward VI, as you can see from this family tree. Lady Jane Grey and Edward were roughly the same age. Jane got married to Lord Guildford Dudley, the son of John Dudley, the Duke of Northumberland, in May 1533. When King Edward fell deathly ill from tuberculosis, soon after, John Dudley, Jane's father-in-law, persuaded the dying king that Jane, who was Protestant, should be chosen as the royal successor over Edward's half-sister, Mary, who was Catholic. On July 6, 1533, Edward died, and 4 days later, Lady Jane Grey was proclaimed the Queen of England. Lady Jane's ascendance was supported by the Royal Council, but the general population supported Mary, who was the rightful heir. 2 days into Lady Jane's reign, Dudley departed London with an army to suppress Mary's forces, and in his absence, the council declared him a traitor and Mary the Queen, ending Jane's 9 days reign. By the 20th of July, most of Dudley's army had deserted him and he was arrested. The same day, Jane was imprisoned in the Tower of London. Here is some graffiti that has been found in the Tower of London with Jane's name on it. Now, it could have been made by Jane, or it could have been made after the time by another prisoner. Jane's father-in-law was condemned for high treason, and on August the 23rd, he was executed, as you can see in this image. On November the 13th, Jane and her husband were likewise sentenced to death for treason, but because of their age and relative innocence, Mary did not execute them yet. By 1554, Mary decided it was necessary to eliminate all her political opponents. A revolt broke out after Mary announced her intention to marry Philip of Spain, seen in this painting. Jane's father, Henry Grey, was involved in this revolt. On the 7th of February, Mary signed the death warrants for Jane and her husband. On February 12th, Jane watched her husband being carried away to execution from the window of her cell in the Tower of London. 2 hours later, Jane was also executed. This painting was completed in 1883 and it is normally in the National Gallery in London. It shows Jane being blindfolded and being assisted by a lieutenant of the Tower called John Bridges. He is asking her to lay her head upon the block for the executioner. The execution was actually conducted in the open air in the parts of the grounds of the Tower of London that is known as Tower Green. This is where Anne Boleyn and also Catherine Howard, wives of Henry VIII, had been executed. Here is a plaque at the Tower of London with the names of Lady Jane Grey, her husband Guildford, and her father Henry, who were executed for treason. We have to feel a little bit sorry for Jane, queen for only 9 days, and mostly likely reluctant in the first place to take on the job, possibly just a pawn in her father and her father-in-law's games. To like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, or follow me at Twitter at LittleMissHistory81 at TanyaAlex38.